I like Beige Frequency. I dig all his videos, especially when he was making fun of Brendan Schaub. His newest one is about Kimbo Slice, but he went after Joe Rogan on Twitter, and I think he kind of messed this one up, even amongst his own fans, because he is getting no likes or retweets, and nobody's agreeing with him. So he tweets out, someone tweeted at him, TRT is a type of HRT. Joe Rogan is taking HRT. And then Beige Frequency puts, this is why his bitching about trans people is so stupid. Remember when he competed against his fat, alcoholic friends despite being on steroids and HGH? Then he disingenuous turd will turn around and complain about trans women competing in sports. Oh boy. Then this guy puts, Rogan beating his fat friends in a dumb workout game is pretty different from professional sports, especially professional combat sports. Then Beige comes back with, it proves that Joe is a hypocrite about the issue, especially when you consider how seriously the Turbo Manlet took the competition. As far as combat sports go, there's only been one trans woman in MMA, and she got badly beaten by the only remotely skilled opponent she fought. So not true. And then he puts, trans men are taking testosterone so they shouldn't compete against women. Trans women competing against cis women is a different story. I think that is a complicated issue, but also not the end of the world, like Rogan and other people pretend it is. He got one like on that and no retweets. And I think some pushback in the comments. They don't watch women's sports. They don't know, some guy replying to him, they don't know what the hormones actually do to a body. He replies to this guy, that's why I read that. But, yeah, how much do we know about Beige Frequency exactly? A little Bernie of Bustish over here, what's going on? And that he continues, by the way, because he's getting so much pushback. So this guy tweets at Beige, I meant trans women, biological men who became women. How is it complicated? All of the points he makes are on spot and scientifically provable. Is it just coincidence that every trans woman who enters women's sports completely dominates them, shattering records even? Come on, bro. And then Beige says it's complicated because actually not every trans woman who competed against women has shattered records. The ones who have were typically people who competed as men before transitioning, which I believe should not be allowed. And the guy claps back with the, they don't watch women's sports, they don't know what the hormone actually do to a body, and they've been saying every woman's league will soon be men in dresses for at least 5 years, and yet, Beige puts, I imagine there's a lot of crossover between people who complain about trans athletes and people who think female athletes should stop asking for higher pay because nobody cares about women's sports. And then he does some weird thing. He goes after Tim Pool. And Tim Pool tweeted out, oh, isn't now Vice thinks taking away social media from someone is a human rights issue. And then Beige put, you're conflating two different issues, Timbo. So, yeah, Beige, a big fan of the trans. Personal thoughts. I think that seemed like a bit of emotional arguing from Beige. Like he's somehow personally involved with trans people being able to play sports in whatever way. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.